In the space of only a couple of years, generative AI has become a major presence in the way software is developed and deployed. Generative AI tooling is a standard add-on in many editors and IDEs, and it provides help with things as simple as documenting existing code or as complex as generating entirely new code from scratch. But what have we learned about how this works since we started using it, and what is it costing us? Not just in terms of physical resources, but what is it doing to our skill sets and processes? Well, the first thing that's becoming clear is that for some developers, those who lean on AI too hard find their development skills atrophying. And I've seen more than a few stories in programmer-related forums and heard the same from mouths of developers directly, that their over-reliance on genAI for development leaves them feeling like they're losing programmer muscle memory, for lack of a better term. If you can just ask the machine to do it for you, what's the point of doing it yourself? But doing it yourself doesn't just amount to drudgery. The process of writing code, thinking about code, on your own, keeps your code writing chops fresh, and people are sometimes shocked to discover how many of those skills go stale when they're outsourced. Another thing that's become clear is how AI is at best a middling tutor for those learning programming skills. Some of that is because of the simple fact that generative AI can feed you something subtly wrong, or not so subtly wrong, and at that level of expertise, you'd never know it. But the other problem is that if you start with generative AI as your entry to programming, it gets harder to justify leaving it behind as your expertise grows. After all, if it was so important to you in the early stages, why not keep it and have it continue to do the work for you? And it's not just programming skills that get stunted because of this, but all the other skills needed in software development. The ability to do research, the ability to vet sources for information, being willing to experiment and fail and learn from that. And yes, in theory, you could ask generative AI for tactics on how to approach those things, but you'd have to bother to ask first, and then break away from the AI as well. The third lesson, one I suspect will shape generative AI's use going forward most directly in this space, is that the best AI-powered tools seem to be the ones with the most specific focus. Tools for generating entire code bases from scratch, as powerful as they are, also require the most babysitting to be useful, to the point where you're not actually saving effort overall. What feels easy up front turns into a tar pit later on, as you have to vet every generated line and ensure that generated tests actually test what they're supposed to be. A more focused tool that only does one specific thing, such as document behaviors of things, pays bigger dividends. It's easier to vet 20 generated comments or 20 generated lines of code than 2,000 or 20,000 lines. So to sum up, the promise of generative AI for developers can come at the cost of offloading too much of one's own creative capacity for writing code. It can also create a dependency early in the learning process that can be easy to justify keeping and hard to leave behind. And the rush to create general-purpose all-in-one tooling flies in the face of how the best tools, and the best use of tools by humans, is for as specific and focused a task as possible. And that's for our own sakes. That's it for this episode. If you liked it, leave a comment below. And don't forget to follow Dev with Serdar and InfoWorld on Facebook, YouTube, and InfoWorld.com.